as an accompaniment to the Summer Olympics in 1924. In 1925, the 1924 International Winter Sports Week was renamed and considered to be the first Winter Olympics. Fact number 6. The 4 indoor Winter Olympic sports are ice hockey, speed skating, figure skating, and curling. Number 7. While equestrian events have been a long-time staple of the Summer Olympics, horses were also present at the 1928 Winter Games and the ski joring event, I think I'm saying that right, in which competitors on skis raced each other as they were towed by riderless horses. Ski joring was a demonstration sport, so no medals were awarded, and the sport never returned to the Olympics. Fact number 8. Sochi is the warmest city to hold the Winter Olympics to date. Fact number 9. The Summer Olympics and Winter Olympics used to be held in the same year. The last year this occurred was 1992. After this, they alternated being 2 years apart. Number 10. Victor Gustav Black, who started the Nordic Games, was also responsible for pushing the idea of the Winter Olympics to the International Olympic Committee. Number 11. The first Winter Olympics were held, I'm going to say this wrong, in Chamois, France. Chamois, France, yeah, in France. Number 12. 2 men's hockey teams from the United States arrived at the 1948 Games. Talk about awkward. 2 teams backed by rival hockey associations arrived at the 1948 St. Moritz Winter Games, claiming that they were the rightful squad to compete for the United States. The team backed with the American Hockey Association, which included professionals, was ultimately recognized as the official American team, while the strictly amateur squad, sponsored by the Amateur Athletic Union and the United States Olympic Committee, sat on the sidelines and even booed their compatriots from the stands. Crazy. Fact number 13. 250 athletes coming from 16 nations competed in the 16 events of the first Winter Olympics. Number 14. Only the top 3 competitors receive a medal. The top 8 competitors, however, do receive a diploma. I didn't know host the 1976 Winter Olympics. As the projected costs and environmental impacts of the Olympics began to grow, however, so did public opposition. On election day in 1972, as President Richard Nixon swept to re-election, Colorado voters rejected a $5 million state bond issue to help pay for the games. A week later, Denver stepped down as host of the games, which were then switched to Innsbruck, Austria, host city of the 1964 Winter Games. And then those poor soldiers had to cart down all that snow. All that snow. Okay, number 27. Dogs appeared during the 1932 Lake Placid Winter Games as part of the demonstration sport of sled dog racing. If you've never seen dog sledding racing, you're missing out. It is something else. They are going. One of my friends is a dog sledder, and he won one time, and he was on the Regan report. It's a Canadian show. He was on the Regan report, and Regan asked him what he was gonna do with the money he won from the race, and he just said, buy more dogs. So, much to consider. Number 28. The Winter Games held in Nagino in 1998 were interrupted because of too much snow. I believe that. Number 29. While the Summer Olympics was plagued by political boycotts during the Cold War, the same was not true for the Winter Games. However, Taiwan refused to participate in the 1980 Lake Placid Games after the International Olympic Committee prohibited it from being called the Republic of China in order to placate. Why do I not know how to pronounce that? In order to placate the People's Republic of China, which was returning to the Olympics for the first time since 1952. Number 30. West and East Germany competed together on 3 occasions. The two countries on opposite sides of the Iron Curtain competed together as the unified team of Germany in both the Winter and Summer Games in 1956, 1960, and 1964. Number 31. It took 82 years for a British curling team to receive gold medals. Great Britain won the curling event at the inaugural 1924 Winter Olympics, although the competition was not stiff. Only 4 teams competed and 2 were there from the same country, Sweden. Curling did not return to the official program of the Winter Games until 1998. For decades, curling was considered to have been a demonstration sport at the 1924 Winter Olympics. However, in 2006, the International Olympic Committee ruled that the sport had indeed been part of the official program, and it upgraded the curling team's gold medals from demonstration to official status. It seems crazy to me that curling wouldn't have been a sport like this whole time in the Olympics, because in 1998 I was 2 years old, but in my whole life it's been a big deal. My family loves curling. Anyway, number 32. There are 15 official Winter Olympic sports. There are multiple events within each category, but there are only 15 main events. They are alpine skiing, biathlon, bobsled, cross-country skiing, curling, figure skating, freestyle skating, ice hockey, luge, Nordic combined, short track speed skating, skeleton, ski jumping, snowboard, and speed skating. Fact number 33. The most expensive Olympic Games cost $51 billion, and it took place in 2014 in Sochi. Number 34. U.S. ice hockey player Jocelyn Lamoureux Davidson scored the fastest 2 goals by one player at a Winter Olympics, just 2 seconds apart at Pyeongchang in 2018. Number 35. There is no talking allowed during bobsled racing. You can't talk when the sleds are racing, man. Was it Tokyo?